Hey guys, Lugiamasterbrony here from Team House of Ice, and today I'm bringing to you my cubic deck profile for December 2019. So, without further ado, here we go. To start things off, we need the starter for the deck. 3 Doozas. So, this guy allows me to dump any cubic card to the graveyard. And with its other effect, which you don't use that often, for every monster that's in your graveyard, it can gain 200 attack until the end of the turn. So, that's all you really need. Okay, next, you run 3 Vjam. It's simple, can't be destroyed by battle. You can put into the spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell and negate your opponent's stuff. It's also used for fodder in this deck. Next, you run 3 of the boss monster, so Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. So while it's on the field, it's unaffected by monsters whose original attack points are 3k or less. It also does burn at the end of the turn, and it can do up to 2 attacks per turn if it destroys a monster. So, there's that. Next, I run 1 Gira. For name and plus easy to get out, you just need 1 cubic monster, and it does 800 burn. Next, I run Endoria Doom and Buster Gundil. Now, these are also for name, but they can also help get your cubic stuff back from graveyard, and they can really come in a pinch at times. Next, we're going to move on to something else. We're going to move on to the dangers. So I'm running 2 Tsuchinoko, 2 Nessie, 2 Jackalope, and 1 Bigfoot. And that rounds it up for the dangers. It gives you draw power for the deck, which the deck needs. And to top off all other monsters, 1 Gen X Ally Birdman. Moving on to the spells, we start off with 3 Cubic Karmas. It's a search for your deck, and yeah, banish it from grave, you get to search out a monster. Next, we run 3 Cubic Waves. Now, you can use this to double your cubic monster's attack points, as well as have an opponent's monster's attack points. And if it's in the grave, you can banish it, plus as many cubic monsters as possible from your grave, and place that many counters on, place cubic counters on all your opponent's monsters, depending on how many monsters were banished. So if you banish 1, you place 1 cubic counter on 1 monster. Next, you run 3 Foolish Burial Goods to dump Cubic Wave or Karma or the trap for the deck. Next, I run 1 Sky Striker multi-roll. This is just in case if I have cubic cards on the field that I just want to have in the grave, send them to grave. Yeah, there you go. Then I play 1 for 1. And next, 1 card destruction. Next, I run 1 polymerization, 1 recurring nightmare to get back my Vjams or my Crimson Novas from grave, 1 Monster Reborn, and that does it for the spells. Moving on to the traps, I run 3 Unification of the Cubic Lords. So this is also a poly for the deck, and you can banish it if if it's in your grave and a cubic monster happens to go to the grave, so you special summon 1 level 4 lower cubic monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, and it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects for the rest of the turn. Next, I run 2 Solemn Strikes for summon negates and monster effect negates. And finally, I run 2 Barrel Behind the Door. Now, what's interesting about this card is if I were to use, let's see, if I have Crimson Nova on the field, right, at the end of the turn, normally we both take 3k, right? This allows me to just revert that damage to my opponent. So they take 6k, and however much there is left. So, yeah, I need 1 more for the deck, but yeah, that's all I can run at the moment. Now, moving on to the extra deck, I run 1 Fortune Tune. It's just so I can gain life points, and yeah, that's about it. That's the only reason why it's in there. Plus, I have level 3s in the deck that can make it, so yeah. Next, I run 1 Dreadnought Dreadnoid, 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max, and 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut. Next, we're going on to the links. I run Menfornicus and Wee Witch's Apprentice. I run this because there's a few darks in the deck, and I run this because, hey, if I don't have enough to bring out Wee Witch, I can bring out this instead, and it works just as well. Next, I run 1 Saryuja, and that does it for the links. Moving on, I run 1 Ally of Justice Catastor for destruction. Well, battle destruction or whatnot. 1 Brionic, and these are all being able to be brought out with Ally of Justice. So 1 Black Rose Dragon, Phaedon Dragster for some extra negates, 1 Stardust Dragon for even more negates, 1 Star Eater, and then finally the big boss for the deck, Crimson Nova Trinity. So while this is on the field, you know, you can attack twice with it, and when it declares an attack, you have your opponent's life points. It cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects, so that is very handy as well. And without further ado, that pretty much does it for my cubic deck. If you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to my main channel as well, as I do some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff on there. And I will see you later. Peace out.